Hey guys, welcome back to The Poor Investor. Today, I will be going over what I spent with $2,000 in my pocket today. Now, it has nothing to do with crypto because you know for a fact a lot of these YouTubers who are still talking about crypto, they are struggling right now. And I was one of them because if I stuck around just talking about crypto all day, I probably wouldn't have that much content or anything else to really do besides sit there and try to say that I hit 2 blocks today on Chia. Well, not today, but today and yesterday. But anyway, today I'm going to be talking about $2,000 and where the hell did I put the money? It's been going on for some time now. I have been funding my retirement IRA trading account, actually my family IRAs as well. So I've just been constantly putting every dollar that I've been making, I would say a good 70% of that money, 70% of that is going into the stock market. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, holy cow, 70%. How the hell do you survive? Well, fortunate for me, I have other streams of income. I'm not just saying my 9-to-5 job. I do have a modest real estate portfolio that's collecting cash flow each month. I'm not in the negative, luckily. Been very helpful, to be honest. It was a very power play on my behalf because it's not like I have that much money where I can just like buy multiple properties and not having to worry about the mortgages and the property tax and all the other expenses that come with it. The point is that I took out my 401 from my other company at one time and I took it all out. I took out about maybe 60 grand. I got hit really strong, hit really hard with penalties, because if you take out any retirement money before you're of age, you get hit with penalties. But I needed the money. I wanted the money at my hands. And the reason why I wanted the money was because I needed to buy a property that I felt that was going to be very profitable. So I took the lump sum of all that money and I bought a real estate property and cash, right? And it was cheap. And I'm not afraid to admit that it was $40,000 for a single family home. It was 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it was a little tiny home, maybe around 800 square feet, all the way in Indiana. And Indiana is pretty cheap if you know that area, or in general, Indiana, all of it is pretty cheap. Affordable. I shouldn't say cheap, affordable. So I took that, did that, fixed it up a little bit, rented it out. So now I have income coming in. And I did a cash out refi, took that money and just bought another property. And it kind of snowballs from there. And I have about 6-7 properties now. What did I do with $2,000 in my pocket today? So long story short, I was bored this morning, 4 a.m. And I was listening to, well, actually I was scrolling through my Audible, and I have all these books that I've listened to, and I like to read a lot as well. But you know, when I'm sleeping, I tend to just listen to Audible, and I set it for like 30 or 45 minutes until I fall asleep. Most times I don't even hear most of the story that's being played back to me. But I got bored and I started listening to Elon Musk Mission. Now, this one I haven't heard before, but I have heard, or I have listened to Elon Musk, which is his whole backstory to how he became who he is today and where he started from. Very modest and very go-getter, you know, spending hours and hours in the office and building out these companies. Many books on Elon Musk, but this one in particular was very specific to Tesla and how Tesla became what it is today and where it's going in the future. So a lot of very informative things about Tesla, as far as they built their own software. They're basically a software company, and they have multiple streams of income, not just from selling the cars, but even though selling the car is majority of it, $2,000 into buying Tesla stocks. To bring it back to 2019, I did buy Tesla stocks before a split, where it was like in the 600, 700, 800, and up to the $1,000 that it was going for at one time during the peak before the split. And the split, when did it happen? I totally forgot. It's interesting to read on him and listen to him. Very competitive, and it was crazy that how Tesla became on the mark with competing with the big brands in such a short amount of time, which is, you know, very admirable. And then also spending zillions of dollars on Twitter for it to not even be at the the price that he paid for it is actually lost money. But he's keeping it alive. He's kept many businesses alive. His SpaceX project, his Boring Company, Tesla, all of them were on the brink of going bankrupt, and he was able to maintain it with the amount of money that, you know, he offloaded and split between them to keep it afloat. So it was very, very interesting to read about him. No matter how much you think you despise him or don't like him because he's the richest guy in the world, I have to admit that even though Tesla wasn't something he built from the ground up, but he brought it back out of life, meaning he brought it into the mainstream of where it didn't take itself. Or the two founders that created Tesla, they didn't have the funding for that. He did. He brought it to everyone's attention, and he created this whole EV market, right? Electronic vehicles. From there, it just went ballistic, right? Everyone's following trend. He created a new trend. Long story short, I put in $2,000 into Tesla. I can't fault him. As much as people want to short his stocks, or his company, Tesla, it hasn't happened. There's too many fanboys. Huge is with Elon in China, in Beijing, very prosperous there for his company. For him to constantly be on top and not losing that momentum because his work ethics is insane. Now, he's talking about things like, you know, 80 to 100 hour work weeks when someone else is doing it 40 hours a week. That's crazy. That's very competitive. That's not really work-life balance over there, right? But, you know, his work-life balance has made him achieve what he needs to do. Now, he could just stop right now. He probably doesn't even care, but he just keeps on going because he really wants to go to Mars. That's where my $2,000 went. Not a lot of money, but in comparison to what Elon's worth, but I'm contributing to it, right? So Tesla, not financial advice that, you know, to buy Tesla, but that's what I did today. That's where I spent my $2,000. I didn't buy any more crypto. I didn't buy any more hardware. If anything, I'm trying to offload my crypto hardware, the stuff that you see around me. Hit me up if you guys are interested in purchasing any of this stuff. 6600 XTs. I got 8 of them in this rack that I'm not even like running anymore. But no hard drives. I'm still using the hard drives for Chia, right? XCH farming. So that's where I am, guys. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys being here, always liking, commenting. I did hit up the winner of the last video for some XCH. They won because I did join XCH pool. All right, so that was that. And of course, expect more videos in my financial, right? This is my financial advice, but not advice because this is not financial advice. All right. Let me stop there before I screw all this up. All right. Thank you guys. And I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye.